We're right now going to record for tonight's homework. It's going to be from Pasuk Yud Aleph in Parak Gimel of Shoftim. Vatishkei va'aretz arba'im shana va'yamos Asniel ben Kenaz. And the land had peace for 40 years, and Asniel ben Kenaz passed away. Vayasuv b'nei Yisrael la'asos hara b'nei Hashem v'yichazik Hashem es Eglon melech Moav al Yisrael al ki asu et hara b'nei Hashem. The Jewish people did evil in the eyes of Hashem, and because of this, it was Hashem sent Eglon, the king of Moab, over the Jewish people to fight. And Hashem made it that Eglon gathered together the soldiers and the people of Moab, Amalek, and Ammon. And they took over the city of the palms. And they conquered the city of the Tamarim. The Jewish people were under the service, under the control of the king of Moab for 18 long years. Vayakam Hashem lahem Moshiach es Ehud ben Gera ben Yamine ish itet yad Yamine vayishlechu bnei Yisrael b'yad mincha el Eglon melech Moab. And like we said yesterday, Hashem sent a man that was left-handed. His name was Ehud ben Gera, and Ehud ben Gera was from the tribe of Binyamin, and he went to bring a gift to the king of Moab, to Eglon. And he made for himself a double-edged sword. He made a double-edged sword and he hid it in his right side. Left side, I'm sorry. He hid it on his left side. No, right side. He put it on the right side, I apologize. And he brought the gift to the king of Moab. When they were done presenting the gift before the king, the other Jewish people left, but he stayed. And he said to the king, I have a secret message for you. And the king said, everybody out of the room, leave. It wasn't actually a room, it was actually a balcony. They all left the room. And he said to all the people that were there, go out, leave. And they left the balcony and they locked the door. And what happened? When Ehud approached him, he was sitting on a cool upper chamber, this cool balcony, because he was a very big king, so he needed a cool area to sit. And Ehud said, I have a message from Hashem for you. Whereupon this guy stood up. And remember, back when they served the Avodah Zarah, not everybody would necessarily stand up for Hashem, because it may have not been the way who they served. And he was a goy, obviously. But this guy, this Eglon, stood up. Vayishlach Ehud et yadi smolav vayikach et acher me'al yerech yimina vayitkaeho va'vitno. Reaching with his left hand, he pulled out the sword that he had. It was not really a sword, it was a dagger we showed yesterday. And he stabbed the king in the stomach, and it went into the king's belly. He drove it into the king's belly. The fat closed over the blade. The king was so large that the fat closed over even the handle of the blade he couldn't hold on to. It literally sucked the blade in. It was so big that the blade went all the way into the king's stomach. And he did not pull out the dagger from the belly because the guy was too big. And also because filth was coming out of the stomach, the guy had number 2 coming out of his stomach. He stepped out of the room, and Ehud shut the doors of the upper chamber, and he locked them from the inside. Or locked them from the outside, some people say, but he locked the doors essentially and left. And the guards didn't think anything of it. The guards that were there didn't think it was suspicious for some reason. And he said to after he left, the other guards and the other servants that were there, the king's servants, when they saw that the doors of the upper chamber were locked, they said maybe the king is using the bathroom, we won't go in there. They also said it smelled pretty bad because number 2, it came out of the king's stomach, out of Eglon's stomach. So they said, oh, it smells really bad. Let's not go in there. Maybe he's using the bathroom. They waited a long time because they thought maybe he was doing number 2. And when he did not open the doors of the chamber, they took a key and they opened the door. And they saw there Eglon, the king of Moab, lying on the ground dead with his stomach opened up, obviously. And he was lying on the floor dead. The Ehud nimlat et hamahit mataham u'ovad al psilim vayimalet hasiirata. But Ehud had made a very quick escape and quickly got out of the country of Moab as fast as possible. And he passed Psilim and he escaped to the city of Seira. Vayerdu imo b'nei Yisrael minahar hulifneim. When he got there, he had the ram's horn. He took a shofar and he blew it on the mountain of Ephraim for the country of Ephraim. And the Jewish people came towards him, and when they heard the shofar being blown, he said, follow me closely, he said, for Hashem is going to deliver our enemies, the Moabites, into our hands. We're going to win Moab. They followed him down and they attacked basically Jordan against Moab, and they let no one cross. They took control. On that occasion, on that day, they killed and they slew 10,000 men of Moab. And they were all robust and brave men. Yet none of them escaped. I mean, they weren't killing weak people. They were fighting against strong enemies. And they won the battle against them, even though they were 10,000 strong. On that day, Moab gave up to the Jewish people. They surrendered. And the land was calm for 80 years. 80 years. I think it's the longest of any of the Navim. For 80 long years, the land was calm. Shagmar ben Anat vayach et Pelishtim 600 ish b'malodat habakar vayash gamu et Israel. And after Ehud passes away, essentially, the next person that came was a guy by the name of Shagmar ben Anat, and he killed 600 Pelishtim with an ox goad, which is like a bone, if I'm not mistaken. And he too was a champion of the Jewish people, because they were also having issues with the Pelishtim on the other side. That is today's class. Please pay attention. Please do your best to look inside, and best of luck. That is the end of chapter Gimel.